In this video, we're going to talk about how to conduct a construction meeting. And meetings are awesome if they're done the right way. So you need this. You're going to want to have this information. Meetings are crucial to the success of a project. And if we have bad meetings, we'll have bad results. And I don't want that for you. So we're going to talk about those concepts in this video. So one of the things I'm super excited to share with you are the 5 key components to running great meetings. And also some of the things that you can't do that are like destructive, that will just destroy your productivity and the feel of your meetings. We're going to share that with you in this video as well. You got to watch out for these. And also the definition of what a successful meeting looks like. Everybody has opinions about meetings, no meetings, great meetings, bad meetings, I hate meetings, I love meetings. In this video, we're going to define what should meetings really look like and how can we define their success. So by the end of this video, this is a tall promise. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to lead you to loving meetings instead of hating meetings. So stay with us. We're going to have some fun. All right. So let's get right into it. Let's dig into this. So the case for meetings, meaning why am I so passionate about meetings? If you could get everyone in an organization or a team rowing in the same direction at the same time with the same vision, you could compete against anyone, anywhere, at any time, and be the most successful in your field or the most successful team. You could compete and beat anyone if you could get everyone rowing in the same direction. So let me tease you a little bit. Why would we say, oh, let's hurry up and get out of this meeting so that I can go individually, one-on-one, go coordinate with other people and waste half of my day with firefighting? No, let's just make meetings awesome. Let's just do them the right way, because meetings are where we pull in our best resources, our best minds, our best people, and where we tackle topics and we get aligned and on the same page. And we win as teams on these construction projects. We don't win individually, we win as teams. And so here's a really cool phrase that I want you to remember. We see as a group, know as a group, and act as a group. Well, I'm going to do that one more time. See as a group, know as a group, act as a group. As a group. And the only way to do that as a group is to communicate as a group and really do that in remarkable meetings. So meetings are crucial. Just because some people didn't know how to lead them, just because you've had your time wasted in the past, just because you've been to too many of them in the past, just because you've had some pain there, doesn't mean we can't head into a good direction with meetings. And so that's what we're going to cover right now. So let's get right into it. All right, so first and foremost, it's the leader's job to make sure that we have remarkable meetings. If we have sucky, stupid meetings, really boring, horrible, garbage meetings on the project site, then the leader, once you know it, meaning now that we've watched this video, which means you'll want to subscribe. But now that you know about it, then that means the leader is abdicating her or his responsibility, because leaders do not tolerate garbage meetings. We just can't have it. We cannot allow it to happen because it disrespects people. Because we really are there to elevate, inspire, and to be respectful of people's time and move them forward, right? We're not there to waste people's time, so we can't let that happen. Because if we let that happen, if we let meetings just happen any kind of way, if we let people disrespect each other, if we let people show up late, then that's going to become a culture and that's going to spread throughout the rest of your organization. So leaders, do not let bad meetings happen. It's not a thing. So that's the first thing to remember. So then I'm going to give you 2 keys to this as a leader. You're like, okay, Jason, now you got me. I love you. I love you too, by the way. But I love you. Now I want to run great meetings. How do I do it? Focus and conflict. Focus, meaning that we don't have meeting stew. By the way, this is all in Patrick Lencioni's book, Death by Meeting. You're gonna love that book. You're gonna wanna read that. It's got a fable, super easy to understand, great book, okay? So we can't have meeting stew, meaning we just throw it all in there, right? If anybody's had a mediocre stew before, you're like, I don't know that this is my favorite, right? There's a lot of stuff in there, but it doesn't taste like any one specific thing, right? We wanna get into a meeting and be focused. This is what we're doing, right? If I come into the meeting with an agenda all boring, right? Well, today I think that, and I'm not even looking at you in the eye in this meeting, hey, we're going to do blah, blah, blah. People will be like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to type on I'm going to pull up my computer, right? Computers come out, they just disengage, right? But if I come into a meeting and I'm like, all right, today we're creating a weekly work plan for next week. We got 2 or 3 critical things that we need to get past. We're diving right in. We got 30 minutes. I need your help, right? What was the difference there? One, you're like, oh, another horrible, stupid meeting. The other one, you're like, Okay, all right, let's go, like have a focus, know what you're doing there. The second one I said is conflict. Raise your hand if you really like good movies. I can't see your hand. Why are you raising your hand? Like, I can't see your hand. But if you like good movies, like think about it. Do you like good movies? What made that movie great? Like think about it. It's the conflict, right? If you're thinking about like Top Gun or Braveheart or what if you took the accident out of Top Gun, right? What if you took the injustices out of the movie Braveheart? Like these movies would be garbage. You go to the movie theater and you'd be like, what? I paid for this? Like, no. Human beings want to see problems being solved in a little bit of conflict. And I'm not talking about hell, right? I'm not talking about, conflict like the angry, like, like really bad stuff. And I also don't want false harmony. So I heard Patrick Lencioni in a speech say this himself. He's like, false harmony where nobody speaks up and it's boring and it's milquetoast and it's pointless. That's how most of our meetings are now. Hell is like, there's so much conflict that you don't want to be there. We're looking for something right in the middle where people will speak up, say the hard things, tackle the hard topics, actually voice their opinions when it's not popular. You're going to want to engage with healthy conflict. Healthy means, yeah, we're not hurting people's feelings, but we're also speaking up. And so you as the leader, you get to make sure that people are balanced somewhere right in the middle. So if you want to run great meetings, go read that book, but you must have focus and you must have conflict. All right, I have some very specific topics here for you that will help you to run those remarkable meetings with focus and conflict. Before we go there, I want to say that I want to develop a relationship. I want to stay with you on this journey. I'm doing these videos out of my own pocket, out of the company's money, so that we can answer the questions and create a dialogue. And so what I want to do is invite you, like at the end of these videos, let's go to the links, let's go to the other channels, let's subscribe, let's keep this relationship going. I promise you, I'll take care of you. Like we're going to be super dedicated to you. We're going to get you some great content. The other thing I want to say is please like and subscribe, but also mainly comment. If you're like, hey Jason, I like that, but such and such, or you can do this better, or hey, I want this topic. If as soon as we see that topic, we're like, boom, baby, that's our next video. We're going to start to respond to your comments, so please comment on these videos. I want this relationship to work, and I'm committed to you. All right, so I'm going to give you the best advice that you've ever heard, ever. So I hope you're sitting down. And if you're driving, why are you watching a YouTube video while you're driving? I'm just kidding. But if you're like in a place where you can't write this down or you can't like really pay attention, please pause and get with me later. I was just teasing about the driving, but well, actually, you shouldn't be watching a YouTube video when you're driving. But like this advice is so crucial. If you have back-to-back meetings, it is going to drive you into the ground, literally. So if you have these meetings and you're running them back-to-back and you go do your thing with your humans right here, and then you have another meeting on the back side of it, you're like, oh, I've got 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 action items. At the end of that, you'll just push that to the end of the day. And then you'll do another one that has a back-to-back meeting and you're like, here's my action items. You'll just push that to later. Your to-do list is going to get so long when you do that. And the problem is you're going to lose your focus and your context, which means that when you go back to do that assignment, you'll be like, what was I supposed to be doing again? Where were those drawings? What did I owe them? I said something, but I didn't write it down. And you're going to lose 5 to 15 minutes, sometimes even 45 minutes in what's called context switching. So immediately tomorrow, I'm asking you, like go into your Outlook calendar or wherever you do this, on Apple Calendar, wherever it is, and make sure that your meetings have a 15 to 30 minute buffer at the end. That's huge because what you can do is you have time to prepare the next meeting, do the meeting, and then at the end, send that email, send that message, make that phone call, update that schedule, do that thing, and then it's done right there. Then you don't have to come back to it. You don't have to context switch. Not doing what I just said is the main reason construction managers work too late into the night. It's the main reason they don't get home to their families. It's the main reason that you're feeling overwhelmed, at least when it comes to meetings, is because we're not doing it one piece flow. One piece flow is prepare the meeting, do the meeting, and then do the follow-up on the meeting all in once. That's one packaged unit. Do the unit before you go on to something else, so you must have buffers in between. The key is to running a good meeting, and this is how I do it, prepare. Go in there with that purpose. Get them right out of the gate. Hook them within that first 15 seconds. This is what we're doing. Have those visuals ready up on the wall. Have that data. Have that updated schedule and get it done, and make sure that they know that you're in there, you're confident, and you know how to run this meeting. But you're also confident enough not just to ramrod and railroad people, but to listen because you're prepared. The other thing is, meetings should be interesting and probably fun. Like when I'm running a meeting, if something only pertains to one person early on in the meeting, I'll move that up on the agenda, right? And I'm going to actually leave you wanting more here. I'm going to tell you about something, but not explain what it is. In the book Death by Meeting, there's something called a lightning round. And that lightning round is awesome. And it'll keep your meetings interesting and focused, right? I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you to go read the book or see some of my other videos, but engage with some fun things. Maybe do some team building, have candy on the table, have some interesting videos, switch up the media that you use, but have it be interesting. People are not there to be entertained, but to be there focused, they must be entertained. I just came up with that like right now. I'm so impressed with myself. Like literally it needs to be fun. So when you start to get these meetings going, keep their attention, keep them focused, keep the energy high, and make sure that they're fun. I'm looking for like Christmas lights around the top of the conference room. I'm looking for visuals. I'm looking for a little tree. I'm looking for some, like candy on the table. I'm looking for some icebreakers. Make this fun, because when they're entertained, they'll be there, even though they're not there to be entertained technically. So the last thing is close with a purpose and with action items. When people feel like their time was well spent, they will appreciate the meeting and they will come to the next one. Resolve it, assign it, get it done. So people should leave with a clear vision of what they were doing, what was decided, who's running point, when the next meeting is, and why them coming was crucial and added value. And so at the end of the meeting, if that meeting elevated their communication, elevated their understanding, helped them in their role, you got them. They're going to come to the next meeting. So that's my framework for really running remarkable meetings in construction. And if you follow that framework, you're going to have a really good time. And then, like I said halfway through the video, if you have questions, put them in the comments and we'll keep giving this content to you. We'll respond back to you. We want to have this relationship ongoing. As a call to action, one of the things I'm super excited about is I'm going to leave you with a link to my podcast. And there's an episode in there where I just go off on meetings. Actually, there's a couple of them that we're going to give to you, and you're going to want this content because it's super awesome. You can listen to it while driving to work. It increases our relationship. It connects us, and it will really define even further how to run those meetings in a remarkable way. And so let's do that. Let's keep looking at these videos. Let's keep commenting. Please subscribe. Please like the video. And please, on this one, if you want to learn more, if you really want to have this down as a habit, if you want to be like the Navy SEALs of running meetings, then go to that content and listen to those podcasts. But I've had fun today. I hope you've learned something and had a good time with me. And remember, the link is down in the description.